Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Obviously, I had grandma duties this morning, and yes, got stripes to go with my spots. So thank you for joining me. Let me remove I got well stickered before I was allowed to leave. Okay, what do I want to have a look at this particular reading? Well, first of all, it appears that there are storms forecast for Washington, D.C. Now, David from Tarot by the Bay did a brilliant reading yesterday, so pop over to David's channel if you want to have a look, because I've always seen the cage fighty thingy, squeak squeak's going to be pretty ordinary. In fact, it's probably going to make the Squeak Squeak Parade look like a success. He got that they would get a couple of the minor league events done, and then the weather's going to absolutely crap out and put a damper on the rest of it. Okay, but what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? I want to have a look at the Orange Idiot going to France for the G7. It's on Lake Geneva, so it's actually on the French side of the lake, not the Swiss side of the lake. And the G7 are France, UK, Canada, Germany, US, Italy, and Japan. Now, the Ruskies used to be the G8 once upon a time, until the Ruskies got kicked out. The Orange Felon has said that he wants to go. He's claiming, the Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif is claiming that some sort of peace agreement will be signed between Persia and the US at this particular G7 on Friday. So what are we looking at? Today's Monday my time. He's apparently flying out tomorrow. Not an easy trip for someone with his medical condition. So we'll just see if, first of all, is he actually going to go? I'm curious to see whether Mel's going to go, because she had been shopping over the border a few years back looking at real estate in Switzerland. And I notice Switzerland are voting or doing a referendum on whether to reduce the numbers of people they're allowing into the country. Mel might not be allowed in. Might be some prerequisites there. Okay, so I'll just have a look at that. Ace of Wands, might be some fiery news for her with the Queen of Swords, and then the disappointment, and then the restriction. Mel might find herself not welcome in Switzerland, unable to get there, the restriction, the loss. This is the female with perhaps a harsh truth or a reality check, firing information, and finding herself legally restricted, perhaps. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, okay, I'll just put those back randomly and have a look to see whether the Orange Idiot is going to go. Okay, oh, I noticed that, 333. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Here's the Orange Twerp going to go to France. Is he going to make it to the G7 summit? Let's have a look. He's not very well liked. Remember the last summit he went to in Canada? He got tossed out of the country after he made some very inappropriate, lascivious comments about Prime Minister Meloni of Italy, about her legs or something. He's not a well-liked person, and pretty much he's made an enemy out of all these other countries. And Japan will be there. That'll be interesting, because Japan has just increased its interest rates again, which means that the interest that the US has to pay Japan on the bonds that Japan holds has also gone up. Okay, so is the Orange Idiot going to go? Let's have a look. Come on down. This flopped out, which is why I stopped shuffling. So we've got the 5 of Cups. Disappointment, regret, loss. 2 cups still standing though. as he tries to make his way over there. So I think, okay, thank you. He's going to be suffering emotional disappointment. And I mean, it's also a regret card, but I think his birthday is going to put a real damper, an emotional damper on his mood. I believe he's flying out the Monday after the cage fight fiasco. So he might be in a very depressive mood as he heads over with that Five of Cups. The deck I'm using is the Mystical Manga. Okay, the challenge for him is we've got the Three of Cups, is the allies. Now, I know there's only three here, but there are actually six of them, and they all get on pretty well. So the challenge for him emotionally is he's got this rejection. These three cups here are spilt for him, whereas they're the circles of support and the celebration. So the challenge for him is going to very possibly be the other six countries that are there, circling the wagons, talking together, and pretty much getting on. Okay. Oh, his health is going to be a real struggle with this long haul flight. The energy that he is going to be stewing in is the Two of Pentacles, the downward spiral of his health, and also the downward spiral of the US economy, which is interesting as well, on these rocky shores. Now, the rest of the world knows that the Strait of Hormuz was closed due to the US attacking Persia, despite having a peace treaty and a deal and all the rest of it years ago, set up by Obama. But of course, because it was by Obama, it had to be torn up. So this is, rocky discussions about money, about shipping, about trade. But I also think his health is not going to be good. He's going to be stewing in this emotional disappointment. Of course, it's going to be everybody else's fault that his birthday celebrations aren't going to go well, and his challenge is going to be everybody else getting on. So you've got multiple factors here that he's stewing in, but I think the main one is the downward spiral of his health as he travels on these rocky airways to get there. Might hit some serious turbulence on the way. That'd be interesting. Okay, dementia, full blown in the past. His dementia's full on. Okay, so is he? He's just delusional. I mean, a memorandum of understanding. The felon never goes by any contracts. Most of the contracts he's already ripped up, those with Australia, those with Mexico and Canada, those with Europe, things that he signed during his first regime. Oh, who was the idiot that did this, and rips them up? I'm going to have a look at the peace deal, but I'm not holding a huge amount of promise in regards to him actually even remembering what he supposedly... Oh, he hasn't negotiated it. Thank you, guys. My guides are reminding me he's not the one that's negotiated it. They'll literally just put a piece of paper in front of him. Okay, crowning this reading. Two of Swords, thigh deep in this swamp water. Speaking of which, swamp water, apparently the reflecting pool's full of algae again. And bravo on the Kennedy Centre. You wouldn't even know he'd tarnished that. As they've polished up the facade. But you got the Two of Swords. This is a crossroads for specialist advice. Apparently you saw 22 specialists the other day at Walter Reed. Nobody sees 22 specialists. I think he just specialist shopped until he found one that told him what he wanted to hear. But yeah, I think he's closed his eyes, going against specialists' advice, and he's just going to wade through this thigh-deep swamp of what is his putrefying body, entertainment only. He's literally rotting from the inside out. Okay. Ace of Wands in the immediate future. There's going to be some really big announcement come out. Now, if you have a look at this card and you have a look at those buildings that are coming out of the flames there, they're the same buildings that are in the moon card. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because the moon card's coming up and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's going to be some big messaging or plan or fiery, I just get some fiery encounters when he gets there. Because the rest of them, it's almost like it's going to be 6 of them ganging up against one. Okay. He's going to find himself, first of all, his health is going to be absolutely ghastly. 5 of Pentacles, his health is just going to be out to lunch. But he might find himself shut out of some of the pivotal meetings or the discussions. He's finding himself out in the cold. Okay, and there's that moon card. This is the lunacy, the insanity. But you see these buildings here? This is also about secrets being revealed. This is about emotional unhinged. And you see they're the same buildings that are going up in flames with whatever this big announcement is or big plan is. So I think he's going to go. I don't think it's going to go well for him. Hopes and fears, nightmare situation for him. This could also be a nightmare situation for the specialists. Denise Knight has this as a falling down or falling upstairs. Potentially, it's just going to be awful. Oh, and if you have a look behind the swords, this is my mystical manga deck. Look at that demon that is behind there with the teeth and the eyes glowing, the fiery demon right next to this fiery messaging. Okay, the outcome. Judgment, absolutely. Page of Cups, something unexpected coming out of left field for him that he is not going to want to participate in with the 4 of Cups. It's a harsh truth for him with the Knight of Swords. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, the equal footing planning behind the scenes, and the strength of everybody else involved, the 10 of Cups. You've got the King of Coins is going to find himself physically restricted. This could be felon, physically, legally restricted. Something about a restriction there. Okay. Just seeing what's on the bottom. Page of Swords. New strategy. A lot of hard work going on behind the scenes with the 8 of Pentacles. But then we've got loss, disappointment, heartbreak, betrayal, trying to defend his position, the bully, the devil, and stealing, volatile information coming forward and agreements being made. Could be the peace deal being seen, this could simply be seen doing a really, really bad deal to get the peace deal over the line with this volatile information or volatile messaging or fiery new being brought forward. Okay, I think he's going to find himself. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just being reminded by my guides that what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these 7 countries, if I include the UK, is European. Yeah, 10 of Wands. He's going to be given a message that just take your bat and ball and go home pretty much. have banned the European Union itself, not so much the UK, but the European Union have banned US tech bro technology or something like Microsoft and things like that. And instead, you need to use the European Union one. But that goes over well with the Orange Idiot, since he's owned pretty much by the tech bros. So, yeah, I think he's going to go. Let's have a look. Is Melania going to go with him? Let's have a oh gosh. Is Melania going to go with him? You'd have to pay a lot. Four of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune. No, I don't think she's going to. What have I got? Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is showing itself. I don't think she's going to go with him. I was curious because Switzerland is just over the border and she has been looking for real estate in Switzerland for a few years now. Okay, let's have a look. How's his health going to go? How's his health going to go? Not good. Not good. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Pretty much end of his health. Vascular event. And the Judgment card, meeting the makers and being judged, potentially. He might have a brush. Okay, let's have a quick look. His health. The Orange Idiot, the Orange Twerp. Show me, what's his long haul flight? Doesn't matter how good the plane is. I am getting he's determined to go. I can sleep on the plane is what I've heard. I can sleep on the plane. How's his health going to go? Come on down. Let's have a look. And then we'll have a quick look at the piece deal. Page of Wands. Information being brought forward. New information, perhaps. This might be the peace deal because these are missiles. Trying to stop the missiles. Oh, did you see Kegs making an absolute fool of himself? Trying to work out with the boys. Oh, what a W-A-N-K. Let's see where this goes. Ten of Cups. Five of Pentacles. I think this is the actual deal with Persia. So some sort of new insertion into the deal. We know he does that all the time. He agrees apparently to a deal. He's done it his whole business life, and then right at the last minute he changes something and then basically says, if you don't like it, then the deal's off, or take me to court or whatever. Something new inserted into the deal to try and stop the missiles. You've got the Ten of Cups. Families, end of the happy families out in the cold. So Five of Pentacles in the past, and crowning over this reading is Five of Cups, regret. Now he was busting to get an announcement on his birthday, which he's done. But apparently part of this deal was that Persia demanded that Is Not Real stop attacking Lebanon. Is Not Real hasn't agreed to that. Regret, locked out. Page of Swords. A new truth being brought forward. Queen of Cups, trying to keep something under wraps. Queen of Wands. Externally, Queen of Cups keeping it under wraps. Queen of Wands again behind the scenes, new messaging. Nine of Wands in the hopes and fears, feels very much like Persia in the command position. Ten of Wands. Chaotic messaging, overreach. King of Wands. Look at all this Wands energy. And then, so 2 tens. So action being taken. I think there's going to be massive Knight of Cups, a false offer being given, or all is not what it seems with what went on in the deal. About the Strait of Hormuz with that 3 of Wands. You've got the 8 of Swords. Pretty much got the orange felon locked over a barrel. You've got the King of Coins. You've got the Chariot, the chaotic military, the walking away, the 10 of Swords, the Magician, the 2 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and then money changing hands. I don't think this is keeping secrets. This can also be is not real. And a lot of money having to change hands here. I think he's going to find himself, oh gosh, the regime is going to find themselves in a position where it's going to cost there's going to be very big recompense, but we're not necessarily going to hear about it to open the strait that is currently closed. Oh, ick. It's going to be a much better deal for Persia, along with money changing hands, than what, yeah, got the delusional card there. Then, what was there before? It's just, he's such a, and his advisors, they're so bad at striking a deal. Like, they wouldn't have a clue. Every second day he threatens to nuke. It's getting a bit so boring. Okay, so how's his health going to go? So I suspect the final deal, you're not going to hear the details because it's going to be so bad. But how's his health going to go? Come on down, let's have a look on the long haul flight. Emotionally checked out. The manipulation, the magic juice to keep him going. The Star, okay, he's going to, the energy he's stewing in is he thinks he's going to be the star of the event. They're all coming to see me. This is the travel itself, the 6 of Swords. The getting there with all the specialists on board. Got the 4 of Cups, rejecting something, rejecting some sort of medication perhaps. The energy over this. He just wants to sleep. Okay, thank you. He just wants to sleep, and they're trying to give him this, rah-rah yippee bean. He's going to be really checked out, possibly because emotionally he's going to be distraught about his birthday bash being such a squeak flop. It's going to be even worse, I suspect, than the military parade last year. But here they are doing everything that they can, those his specialists or those in his regime, to keep him pumped up, including telling him he's going to be the star. The narcissist, they're going to appeal to the narcissist in him. But all he wants to do is be left alone. Oh, 5 of Cups, the loss and disappointment. 2 cups still standing, but 3 spilt. But the utter disappointment before he departs on this journey in the immediate future. The Knight of Cups. again, offering him whatever this medication is, trying to get him to drink it. A lot of hard work going on behind the scenes to keep his health going with that 8 of coins. Hopes and fears, the 7 of swords. Intellectually out to lunch, only 2 swords left. Going to be seen for as he is. 5, what have we got? 1, 2, what was that under there? That was the 8. So we've got the 2 5s here. 4, 5, the 7. He's not welcome. I'm just going to say that. He's not welcome, but 5 of swords, the bullies in town thinking he's got it all. It's just not going to go well. The devil, how's his health? And then the 4 of Pentacles, trying to keep a lid on the situation. King of Cups, the diplomats, the 9 of Coins, keeping him in luxury because he's completely gaga with the 6 of Cups. And then we've got the Judgment card. He might have a potential meet your maker moment. Ace of Coins, Emperor, Hierophant. How's his health? Big health news about coming from about the Emperor, the Hierophant, the G7, and then the 10 of Wands. Just chaos in the messaging. It's just all too much. Let's return him. So I don't think he's going to pass away while he's over there, but it's not going to be well. Will he return? Oh, some sort of announcement coming out of the White House here. Is the orange twerp going to return from the G7? Is the orange twerp going to return from the G7? Okay, that's probably the wrong. Okay. Is he going to return in the same condition that he left? Or thereabouts? Is he going to return to the US in approximately the same condition that he left? Couple of cards. 10 of Coins, 5, no. Ending for his health. You're going to lie about it and cover it up. But, for those of us that are astute, we ain't going to buy it. 7 of Swords, restricted. 2 of Cups. It looks like the symbol for the medical profession up there. 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, vascular event, and the Sun, exposure. Knight of Cups, Trojan horse perhaps, but then we've got the 5 of Cups again, the Hermit, the Death card, and the Nightmare situation. Looking at these cards, vascular event, Wheel of Fortune, restricted in his own body, however trying to lie and cover it up, ending of the health option. The doctors trying to do what they can with their potions and goods, but the karma will catch up with him. Vascular event. It's the Sun card, something being revealed. It's also the naivety card here. Look at this, how sad this knight looks as he offers this cup that they've been offering all along, this Four of Cups cup that was rejected. Loss, isolated or trapped, death, and nightmare situation. The third full moon yet, but let's see how it goes. I'm going to leave it there. We could read all day on this topic and nap down. So yeah, I think he's going. It's in every single way, it's not going to go well for him. He's not welcome there. He will be on the outer, especially when it comes to negotiations and contracts and trade deals. It looks like the actual peace agreement. And then his health is going to suffer. So, and Melania is not going to go with him. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.